I don't think I am.
Don't.
That
It
was
is
almost as
time.
bad as the graphic you made.
Shut up. It is time for your WWE news and rumors. That's the official theme song. I just came up with it. Well, I came up with it a while back, but Casey, he act like he don't like it. So sometimes I play it, sometimes I don't. But I'll play it one more time for you guys. Click. Don't. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think we got our new news and rumors theme song. We don't even need an intro. We just need that right there. That right there. You like it, Casey? You like it? Though?
Nah,
I like it. Okay. Anyway, but we talk about a whole bunch of different things here. News and rumors section of our ICWP show, which will be coming back here not too long from now. A few weeks, months or so.
like 10 weeks.
10 weekish. 10-week area. But we'll talk about a couple of things. We're gonna talk about the releases that happened uh, as of today. We got 3 of them that happened as of today, and we're also going to talk about the Leo Rush um, Twitter beef, I guess, that he's in with Peyton Royce. But anyway, let's jump into what should we do first?
I don't know. Pick something.
All right, we're gonna jump into the releases. The releases. We got 3 people that were released as of today, as I know of. We got Darren Young, we got Summer Rae, and the biggest one of all is Emma. I was surprised by Emma because I feel like they were really starting to at least put her on TV more. I don't know about you, but I feel like they were kind of starting to put her on TV more. Darren Young, I wasn't really surprised about because we ain't seen him since Make Darren Young Great Again, and he had that Intercontinental Championship match. Remember when I said remember when we were talking about this on that review or on that prediction show or something like that, and we were kind of talking about like why are we supposed to care about this Intercontinental Championship match? I think it was first off because the brand split was just about to happen. And I think secondly, I think we were kind of confused on why we were supposed to care. Basically because Darren Young was irrelevant. So, and that kind of sums up his whole career. Darren Young was okay in NXT. I didn't think he was that he wasn't one of my favorites in that particular season of NXT. So he was kind of okay in NXT to me. I like Titus O'Neil in NXT. I like some of the other guys. I really wasn't the biggest fan of Darren Young. I'm kind of curious to see what he'll do after this is all said and done, and the 90-day no compete clause is kind of over with and done with. So I don't know. With Darren Young, I don't know if wrestling is even something that he really likes to do. Like with Emma, like we know Emma came from the Indies, so we know this is something she's been working so hard, just to get to WWE and just to get a chance to do what she loves. Whereas with Darren Young and Summer Rae, I think it's a completely different scenario. I think Summer Rae just kind of got in it because she was a beautiful girl, and they were like, yeah, let's throw her in there. Yeah, let's see what we can do. And Darren Young, I guess he just had an impressive physique. I guess that's usually how you get there. I don't know, but I don't think he was like Darren Young's not the type of guy that's like carved out of granite either, though. So like I don't know. I don't know about Darren Young. Don't get me wrong, I like Darren Young. I just wasn't the biggest fan of him in WWE at all, ever. He was okay in the primetime players. I thought he was pretty good in primetime players, but other than that, like I wasn't the biggest fan of Darren Young personally. But like I said, the biggest one was Emma. I think Emma was one of those who I always felt like was really talented. I know Sarah doesn't like Emma for whatever dumb reason. I really don't know why she doesn't like Emma. Because Emma's pretty doggone good in the ring. Even with the bubbly persona, I felt like she was pretty good in the ring. Not necessarily on the main roster because I don't think they used it well. I think they just kind of used it as a way for her to get beat. But especially in NXT when she was using that bubbly persona, I really liked it. Then she had her little, heel run. I guess it's kind of the timeline of Emma's career. you know, she had her heel run where she changed her music, and I think this was probably her best run that she had. I felt like she was the most relevant when she was with Dana Brooke. She went through a couple of injuries, which I think hurt, which really I think hurt her a little bit more. I think WWE kind of felt like she was a little extendable, or expendable, I guess you could say. Not extendable. Extendable is not the word, but I feel like WWE really did think that they could probably replace her. So I think that's probably why, and a little bit of it, I think, you know, there's a possibility she probably did just want to go on the indies, and like we've said before, you know, we've seen people go out in the indies and have success and then come back to WWE. So it's possible she just wants to have a chance to show what she can do. And sometimes you can show WWE what you can do without even being on the on a WWE roster. So what she was doing as far as the kind of it's all about me type thing, and the you know, the reason for the women's, you know, evolution or whatever. Like I like that because she was a part of that first NXT Women's Championship match, which a lot of people forget, a lot of people will overlook. But Casey, any, I guess, initial thoughts on the releases that we found out about today?
I mean, as for
Also, was
Summer Rae,
Summer Rae pregnant? Like at one point or something? Because she had been out for a while. I know she was injured for a little bit. I might be thinking of Rose.
It was just an injury, and then they didn't know what to do with her.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, she's cleared for a long time. They just don't know what to do with her.
Yeah, I think that's hard. That's kind of the hard thing with WWE right now is I think the fans, because we said this before. Before you get into your points, I hate to cut you off, but I thought about something and I wanted to say it real quick because you'll probably mention this in your thoughts too. But I feel like the fans, after the women's kind of revolution type thing, where all the NXT talent that we know is just, you know, really good, it came up. We stopped caring about, you know, these veteran. Even WWE stopped caring about the veterans a little bit. I felt like.
I don't know. As for, like I was saying about Summer Rae, for a while I was joking that I didn't even realize she was still on the roster because I didn't. Like, I literally did not know she was still, like, employed with WWE because we didn't see her. But I mean, she's not a person that I hated because I wanted to, like, not like her. I don't think she wasn't that good to me, and I not in a, you know, Eva Marie, she sucks way. I just think, like you said, she was a pretty girl, you know, had the dance background, whatever. I just don't think wrestling was, like, for her. You know what I mean? I don't think it's just some people just are really good at it, some just aren't. And I don't think she was terrible. It just, there was just nothing special about her to me in ring. I think she was almost too tall and too lanky for me, where she just felt stiff to me. So I don't know what she'll do. Maybe, you know, maybe she'll go do reality TV. I don't know. You know, I don't necessarily really see her going to the indies. Emma, I think, and I'm going to say, I think with Emma, if this happened a few weeks ago, I think, you know, there would be fans that would be upset, like Amy, you know, Miley, but I don't think it would have had that as big of a backlash as right now, just because of the terrible timing. You know, she just had those matches with Asuka where she wasn't completely jobbed out. She was, you know, she gave, you know, Asuka a good match, and then they release her. I think it's terrible timing. That is why there's such a backlash overall right now with her. Darren Young, he was actually in the Indies before he came to WWE. From 2002 to 2004, he went through the Indies, so 2 years there, and then he was signed to WWE for, in, you know, developmental for a couple years. But yeah, I could see him and Emma definitely. It's like I said, because Sarah posted this on Facebook, and I commented that I don't see this necessarily as a bad thing. I see let them go to the Indies, let them have success like Drew McIntyre and Cody have, and maybe they'll stay there like Cody is, or maybe they'll eventually come back. You never know, but let them go be good. Let them go have good matches. Let them go where they're not going to be held down and, you can do this, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited to see where they go from here. That is all. You may move on.
All righty. Moving on to the, I guess, the Twitter war thing. The Twitter war type thing, the Twitter beef between Lio Rush and Peyton Royce. Now this is where I've seen that it started, and this was from Amy's post. Lio Rush said, quote, "I guess these are the things that happen when you're truly not ready for Asuka." I'm not sure what he was replying to or what he was talking about. It might be something I have to look at. I don't know if he deleted the tweet since then or what. But I'm interested to see what exactly he was kind of replying to or talking about. And Peyton Royce replies, "Wow, kid, didn't you just get here? Professionalism goes a long way." And it doesn't sound like a lot, like to the naked eye, but I think we've all seen, Twitter beefs and seen, where backstage heat can get you, I guess. Casey, any thoughts so far? I'm gonna see if I can dig up some dirt while you're giving your thoughts.
You ain't got to dig up dirt. He was talking about the Emma's release.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it's funny now.
I was so torn with this because I love Lio Rush. I do. He's one of my favorite guys who's recently come to WWE. I was so excited when he finally debuted in NXT. I just think I don't think he meant it in a like a mean-hearted way. I think he did mean it as a joke, like haha.
Yeah, he did.
But when you type something and people read it different ways. I could read the same tweet that you read, and you could read it and take it a different way than I do. I just think he shouldn't have said it. Even if it was a joke, he just shouldn't have tweeted that. And then with Peyton Royce, it was kind of like she said, didn't you just get here? And yeah, like I get where she was coming from, but the indie fan in me was like, I mean, but he more popular than you was before you. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure more people know him than you. Just saying. But yeah, it's just he shouldn't have said it. I don't think he meant it in like a trying to be a dick way. I think he was kind of joking around. But he just shouldn't have said it. And a lot of people have backlashed on him, and I mean, I think he did put out an apology tweet or something. I didn't see it, but I mean, hopefully this blows over. Hopefully he doesn't have too much heat on him. Because I feel like it was just a error in judgment,
Well, like Twitter's there for you to be a troll.
I think like that's what it was. I think he was just trying to, joke around, troll,
Yeah, but I mean, I think when you think about it on the surface too, like, yes, my first reaction was to laugh, as you all heard. But then again, I feel like it's kind of hard for it to be funny. Like I understand, like yes, it's a funny joke. But at the same time, after thinking about it and everything, it is kind of hard for it to be a kind of lighthearted, ha ha type joke when someone just lost their job at the same time. Um, and I think a lot of times when somebody gets released, like I think you and I always think of the positives behind it, right? Like, yeah, she'll get a chance to, do what she loves on the indies, probably get a chance to be utilized better, and all of this. But I think too, like she did just, lose her job, whether it was on her own accord or it was WWE's decision. So I think to a certain degree, like I think that's where Peyton Royce's frustration may have been. I don't know how you feel about that. Like I don't know if that maybe that's what Peyton Royce's frustration was.
I mean, yeah, I could see that definitely. I mean, either way, it's whenever anybody gets released, it's kind of a tough time. You don't want to say the wrong thing, and he unfortunately said the wrong thing. But like I said, hopefully, it kind of blows over. Hopefully, they all do find success. I don't know. Part of me wants to say, it's his immaturity and he's young, whatever. But at the same time, his career-wise from now to this point, not really that, immature. Like he's been, wrestling for a while. So I would think he would be more professional.
I don't know though. He's a 22-year-old kid. Like that's the same age as me, which is crazy.
But he got kids. He needs his job.
True. But he's a 22-year-old kid who just got kind of the taste of being, where he's always dreamed to be. And there's a keyboard in his hand, right? You know what I'm saying? There's Twitter in his hand. So like I think it's one of those things where I think that has to come into play at some point. There's much worse he could have said, right? Like, and I think that's the thing too. We gotta realize there's much worse he could have said, than just making a joke about her just having a match against Asuka, or not being ready for Asuka, whatever he meant by that. But I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like WWE a lot of times is really hard on people who get on Twitter and say certain things. Sarah said she laughed too. But I think WWE is really hard on people who go out and do the wrong thing, and I don't necessarily mind them being hard on him. I don't mind them putting their foot down and saying this is unacceptable. We know you. We're just making a joke, but it's still unacceptable, and putting their foot down and saying, hey, this is not how we operate here. But then again, I think they also have to realize at the same time that he's not used to having a filter. When you think about it, when you're on the indies, you can say whatever you want, pretty much, right? Especially, coming from CZW, you're encouraged to say whatever you want. You're encouraged to, troll people. You're encouraged to make fun of people. You're encouraged to do exactly what he did, I feel like. So I feel like that there's a little bit of me that wants them to be hard on him just so he knows like that this is unacceptable behavior. But there's also another part of me that says there's also a learning curve he has to learn from here, being in WWE for the first time, not really knowing how strict that particular company is. You've heard about it, but you don't know it until you're in it.
Well, I mean, and it's not even WWE itself. It's the superstars. It's the wrestlers who, it's them that are, kind of, I guess the best way to put it is policing the locker room. It's not Vince McMahon. It's not, Stephanie, whatever. They could probably care less. They released them. So obviously they don't care that much. But it's tough because I can respect that. You want to have these new guys come in, have the respect that you think they should show. But at the same time, like you said, yeah, he is young. And Twitter is a kind of a powerful thing with drama. Amy starts it all the time on Twitter. She loves starting Twitter drama. But yeah, just like I've been saying, I hope it blows over. I really do.
Yeah, I hope it's not like, doesn't get to the point where like, it's backstage heat that he can't fight off. I mean, it could have been worse. You could have said something about John Cena.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he doesn't get like Enzo heat backstage.
Yeah.
Everybody hate Enzo. Everybody.
But anyway, well, that was your kind of news and rumors update for WWE about some different stuff that we kind of learned today. With the three releases, I should say, Emma, Darren Young, and Summer Rae, and then Leo Rush's kind of comment on the Emma release. But it would be interesting to see how this plays out. It will be interesting to see where they go. I don't know if you have any more thoughts before we sign off.
Nope.
It's about right. But we'll see you guys next time. We do hope you guys enjoyed. This was your news and rumors for WWE on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, Sarah, I know you're out there. You gotta say it with me. Ready? 1, 2. And I mean always an instant classic. I think she said it with me, I feel like.